Shalom, this is GMS on and Sit Downs coming back with a lesson. First off and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS for teaching us this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect out there spreading this word of sincerity and the truth. God, today's date is March the 23rd, 2018. And I'm going to go into a quick lesson about whether you are dancing, whether you are mourning or rejoicing. You know, because up till now it has been mourning for us. We are mourning because we realize what situation that we are in. As soon as you come into the truth, you know, it is let me grab that as a matter of fact, you know, to back up what I'm saying one time before I forget. When you come into this truth, I know it's beautiful, man. You actually know what your nationality is. You know who you really are. You know that everyone has been saying is Jesus, so-called Jesus, that he's a so-called white man, this and this and that. It's actually a dark-skinned man. You know, it's actually of your nation. So it is beautiful, man, where you come in. But as soon as you get deeper in the truth, you know, we starting to mourn because you are not in the kingdom yet. Of course, another scripture pops into my mind too, you know, but before I grab that one, I'm gonna back up what I'm saying. Revelation chapter 10 verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him, give me the little book. The little book being the Bible, the scriptures. Give me the little book. And he said unto me, take it and eat it up, and it shall be and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in thy mouth sweet as honey. So when you eat something, and this is parabolically speaking, because the food represents the scriptures, the food represents the knowledge. So when you eat something, it enters into your mouth first. It enters into your mouth first. So the first feeling, the first period within this truth is happiness, is rejoicing. You know who you are. Of course, during the time, you know, we are still happy who we are. But, you know, when you just come into this truth, it hasn't sunken in yet that we are in this situation. Let me put it like that. It hasn't sunk in yet, and as soon as you start catching hell, that's when you realize more. And then when you understand why you are catching hell, that's when you realize that, hey, you know, the food has been digested, the food has been swallowed. It's like the food has been swallowed. Now it's in my stomach, and now I see the bitter part of it all, which the bitter part of this truth is exactly the thing that we need to endure. You know, so it says, let me read it again. And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up, and it was in my mouth sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter. You know, this is verse 10. It's like I just read verse 9. This is verse 10. So in your mouth it is sweet as honey. You know, the things that you realize when you come into this truth is beautiful, man. It's beautiful. You are rejoicing. It's super sweet. But then walking into this path, you realize, like, damn, You really desire for Yahushua to come back. You really want to get out of this hellhole. You see the bitterness of this kingdom, man. And if you go into the meaning of America, it means bitter, man. You know. I don't remember where it shows you. I believe it's the etymology, but we're gonna go into that later. We can go into that later. First, I want to read this scripture. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyed the heart. So in due time, this oppression, these things that you go through being in this truth, realizing, because you gotta be wise. Because if you are unwise, you don't see oppression. Like you have these coons out there, they don't see oppression, man. They don't see what's going on. They don't see what the so-called white people is doing to our people. What the so-called white man is doing to our people. They don't see that. So it's about a wise man. So when a wise man grows in his truth, when a man grows in his truth and becomes wise, this oppression makes him angry. It becomes bitter unto him. So if you go into the word bitter, so like I'm doing, multiple things at the same time. That's always the case. You set up a lesson. This is what I set up. This is what I had, no, this from here to here, that's what I had set up. And then, when the scriptures hit you, that's when all the other scriptures pop up. And it has been a long time that I looked this up about America being bitter, because here it doesn't go into it. I'm gonna continue on. Yahweh can do another lesson concerning that America is bitter. For now, just leave it at that. I don't want to drift off too much. But the point is, as soon as you gain wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you're gonna see the oppression, and it's gonna make you angry. So the deeper you go into this truth, you're gonna get angry, man. You're gonna feel the bitterness. You're gonna feel the irritation of this wicked ass society, man. So that's when that is the moment that when it turns into your belly, it's bitter. You think about enduring. You think about suffering for righteousness' sake. Which we are. We are suffering for righteousness' sake because the kingdom is at hand. And he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many people and nations and tongues and kings. And this is what the angel said unto John the Baptist, John the Revelator. So here is also a key scripture wherein you can see that John the Revelator was gonna be reincarnated, just like every one of us is within this truth. You are reincarnated, not only within this truth, of course, within this world. Everyone is reincarnated. So it says, and he said unto me, Thou must prophesy again before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings. Now when John the Revelator received this vision, these visions, the writings of the book of Revelation, John the Revelator was on the island of Patmos, and there are no records of him prophesying again. As far as scholars know, he died on the island of Patmos. So why did the angel say this unto him? Because John the Revelator was gonna go back, man. He was gonna come back through reincarnation. So John the Revelator is here today, man, prophesying the word unto the people, unto many people and nations and tongues and kings. Because our people are amongst all the nations upon the earth, man. We are scattered throughout the whole world. So the point of what I tried to bring out here was that we are in a mourning state right now. There's no reason for us to be in happiness. There's no reason for us to be in mirth, you know. So I'm gonna read this scripture real quick. This is Luke chapter 7 verse 31. And the Lord said, Whereunto then shall I liken the men of this generation? And to what are they like? They are like unto children sitting in the marketplace, and calling one to another, and saying, We have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned to you, and ye have not wept. So what this generation is doing, and you can clearly see it if you are in a camp or if you're watching camp videos, the majority of the people, they don't want to hear. The majority of the people, they don't do the thing that they should do when they hear this truth. So we bring out something like for in the scripture, the example is being brought as making music, but they are not dancing. They are not doing the thing that they're supposed to do, which when we bring out the scripture is taking heed to the scriptures, repenting for the things that they have done. You know, that's what they don't do. So that's how Yahushua likened the generation already back then. So how about right now? It's the same thing, you know, because those same people, that same generation is back today, man. So we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned to you, and ye have not wept. You know, so we are telling about the things that are gonna come this day of darkness, man. We speak unto you mourning. You know, you even got in the scripture, you got the book of lamentation. What does the word lamentation go into? Mourning, man. Mourning. So we are bringing out this truth. We are bringing out the slavery, the captivity that we went through. You know, that we are still being oppressed, that we are still slaves, you know, to the government. We are mourning, but the people are not weeping with us. The people are not weeping to this truth. They are in another state of mind. That's why the video is, are you mourning or are you rejoicing at this set of time? You know, because it's not the time to be at ease in this kingdom, man. You know, even though people are at ease, man. So it says, Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 4, the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. But the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Now, when you look up the word mirth, as a matter of fact, let me go into the word mourning first. And let me check it out in the etymology also. Because that's what basically the lesson is based upon, you know. And what type of state of mind are you in? So, mourning. Yeah, that's what I thought. Mourning. The Hebrew word for mourning is abal. Abal, meaning mourning. From root word etymology. Let's click on that. You see, to lament, to mourn, to lament, to mourn, lament of humans Gates land. To mourn, to cause to mourn. Let's look it up in the etymology. Mourn. Like, let me link up the brother real quick. Shalom Ak. Okay, going on here. The word mourn. And this is deep. So the etymology of the word mourn. Old English mournan, to mourn, to bemoan, to long after. So our state of mind, or the state of mind of an Israelite man which claims to be in the truth, he should be in a state of mourning right now. He should be in a state of mourning right now. Because when you go into the word mourn, it goes into longing after. It goes into longing after, man. Aren't we longing after something right now? Or are we already content with the situation that we are in? No, we are not. You know, we are in a state of mourning, man. But what? It says the heart of the wise is in the house of mourning. You know, they are in the house of mourning. They are dealing with the fact that we are not at ease yet. Our kingdom is not yet here. It's not the time to be in pleasure. It's not the time to be, you know, in comfort. You know, but it says, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Let's go into that word. It says mirth, shamacha, or shamcha, joy, mirth, gladness, joy, gaiety. You know, which gaiety is basically comes from the word gay, man. Because if you go into the root of the word gay, it means happy, man. You know, and I lived in Norway for a while, and basically my little brothers, their mother is Norwegian. So, you know, to the world they are half Norwegian. They always say that something is gay, because in their language, in the Norwegian language, it still means happy. So what Esau does, he grabs a word and he makes it his own meaning. He puts his own meaning to it, being a homosexual. But that's off, you know. So that's why we in Great Millstone, we always go into the meaning of the words. We always go into the Hebrew. We always go into the Greek. We always go into the Latin. Why? Because the English language, they have been fucking with it. They be like, oh, gay. Well, let's make it a faggot. Let's make make the word faggot. Oh, rainbow. Let's make the rainbow represent homosexuality, lesbianism, and soon also pedophilia. So joy, mirth, gladness, joy, gaiety, pleasure, joy, glad, result, happy, issue. So we are not in the time of rejoicing right now. We are not in the time of being happy and in comfort right now. Because if you want to be happy and in comfort right now, you are really a fool. We are really a fool seeing the time that we are in, man. You know, let's go into the word mourn a little bit more, and I'm gonna pull out a new scripture. Second Peter's, I believe, 3. As a matter of fact, mourn. Also, be anxious about. Be careful. Strong verb, past tense, mourn, past principle, mournen, from Proto-Germanic mournan, to remember sorrowfully. You know, remember sorrowfully. And this is beautiful, man. This goes straight into the next scripture that I want to go into. But before I go into that, I'm gonna grab this scripture. This is not it. It's Second Peter's, man. 3:16. Let's just start it. Gone. 3:13. This is Second Peter chapter 3, verse 13. Nevertheless, we, and you can think for yourself if you can add yourself to that we, man. Because that's why I say, are you mourning or are you rejoicing? You know, if you want to add yourself to that we, you should be in a mourning state of mind, man. You should be in a state of mind of someone that is longing after something, not the state of mind of someone that has it already. We don't have nothing in this hellhole. We don't have no shit. We are longing after something, you know, which this scripture explains it to you. Second Peter chapter 3 verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. This is what we are longing for. This is what we are mourning for. Like the word mourn goes into longing after. We looking for. We longing for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. That's what we are doing, man. Let me go into that word look for to touch on the point yasharahla through the spirit even more, man. You know, to look for.
Strong's G 4328. Prostakao.
It says to expect, whether in thought, in hope, or in fear. Hey, that's beautiful, man. Whether in thought, in hope, or in fear. You know, which basically, all of them, man. You know, in our mind we are expecting this to happen, which the will does not. In our mind we hope for this thing, because what does Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1 says? What is the substance? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. So we are hoping for the kingdom to come, you know. Or in fear and trembling, you know, we are pushing this truth, man. We are doing the work for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, that, and pray that we don't fall off, man. You know, in fear of falling out of this truth. We expect this truth to come to pass, and the prophecies to come to pass, and the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai to be set up, man, for the children of yasharahla, Israel, to look for, to wait for. What does mourn mean? To long after, you know. Going back. So let me read it again. 2 Peter 3:13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. So your state of mind should be upon the kingdom, man, and longing for the kingdom. instead of being in mirth, being in a state of mirth. Because Amos chapter 6 says this. Amos chapter 6 verse 1. Woe to them that are at ease in Zion, and trust in the mountain of Samaria, which are named chief of the nations, to whom the house of Israel came. So woe meaning destruction unto them that are at ease. Let's look up the word ease. The word ease, it says what's that word again? It's like I forgot this one. Sha'awan, I believe. Sha'awan. So like if I'm wrong. At ease, quiet, secure. At ease, secure. At ease, careless. If you are careless about whether the kingdom is gonna come, yes or no, then you really have found your treasure already, which is this world. Careless about this truth. If you are not dancing when we are piping unto you, if you are not mourning, if you are not weeping when we are mourning unto you, then you are careless, man. That shows us that you are really at ease in this kingdom. That you are being careless for the prophecies that are gonna come to pass and already coming to pass. Wanton, arrogant, security, pride, arrogance, one at ease, arrogance. Which is a messed up spirit to have, man. But hey, this truth is not for everyone. So that's a part of it, But destruction unto you, woe. Let's go into that, because hey, that goes perfectly into the next thing too. Let's see. Does it take the word woe? Let's go into the root. Come here, it says woe, passionate cry of grief or despair, lamentation. Because I was looking for this word, lamentation, which we just saw that the word mourn goes into lamenting. Okay, the word mourn goes into lamenting. So it says woe to them that are at ease. Ease going into being careless, being into a state of basically rejoicing and having what you need, and woe going into a state of being destroyed and being in lamentation and being in mourning. So this shows you that the tides are gonna turn. That's why I want to go into this scripture right here. John chapter 16 verse starting with let me see. Starting with verse 17, John 16 and 17. Then said some of his disciples among themselves, what is this that he saith unto us? A little while, and ye shall not see me. And again, a little while, and ye shall see me. And because I go to the Father. They said therefore, what is this that he saith? A little while, we cannot tell what he saith. And now Yahushua knew that they were desirous to ask him, and said unto them, Do ye inquire among yourselves of that I said, a little while, and ye shall not see me, and again a little while, and ye shall see me? Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. Now this is the point, man. You know, we are in a time of mourning right now, man. We are in a time of weeping. We are in a time of lamenting right now. You know? Which Yahweh already spoke about. Because he's speaking about that little while and ye shall not see me. We are still in that little while, man. We are still in this time. We are still in the time that Yahweh said, a little while and ye shall not see me. Because Yahweh hasn't returned yet. Verily, verily, I say unto you that ye shall weep and lament, but the world shall rejoice. So the world doesn't care. They are not busy with that. Like it says, they are being careless, like it said over here. They are being careless for this thing. The word ease. You see, they was being careless. So, verily, verily, I say unto you, ye shall weep and lament. So this is the time that we are in right now. Being in this truth, we are weeping, we are lamenting. Because Yahushua is not here. We are not in the kingdom yet. We have to deal with all this fuckery out here. We have to deal with all this madness out here. Faggots, homosexuals, fucking homosexual sex dolls are being pushed in a brothel. Man, come on, man. But the world shall rejoice. They don't matter. They don't matter. They are careless. That's why they are down with the image of the beast too. Because they are careless. They don't mind what's going on in this kingdom. They don't mind what's going on in this society. So they are rejoicing. They are being careless. You know, and ye shall be sorrowful. That's what we are. But your sorrow shall be turned into joy. And that's the point, man. The joy is not yet. We are not rejoicing as of yet. We are sorrowful. We are mourning. We are weeping. We are lamenting. A woman, when she is in travail, had sorrow because her hour is come. So a woman that is pregnant and is about to give birth, she is in great pain. She is in sorrow because her hour is come. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembered no more the anguish for joy that a man is born into the world. So when a woman gave birth, all the pain and sorrow that she had during her labor is gone, because she grabs her son and she looks in the eyes of her son or daughter, and she will be happy, man, and forget all those pains, man. Verse 21, and ye now therefore have sorrow, but I will see you again, and your heart shall rejoice, and your joy no man take it from you. So that's when we're going to be rejoicing again. When Yahushua is going to come down, when Yahushua cracks open the skies, changes our foul bodies, gives crowns upon our heads. That's when we're going to be happy again. So going back to the word mourn, because I saw something beautiful. Mourn, Proto-Germanic Mourning, to remember sorrowfully. What are we remembering sorrowfully? That Yahushua went away. Because that's what Yahushua is talking about. A little while and ye shall not see me. That's why we are sorrowful. That's why we are mourning. We are waiting. That's why Yahushua said, let me see. A little while and ye shall not see me, and again a little while and ye shall see me. So that little while is the time that we are in right now. From the time that Yahushua was on the scene up till now. So what are we remembering? To remember sorrowfully. That's mourning. We are remembering sorrowfully that Yahushua went away, and that we are still waiting for him to come back. You know, verse 22. And ye now therefore have sorrow, but I will see you again, and your heart shall rejoice, and your joy no man take it from you. You know, and that's what the man of Yahweh are waiting for, man. You know, for the joy to return instead of for to have joy right now. You know, Psalms 126 verse 5. They that sow in tears shall reap in joy. We are sowing in tears, man. We are sowing in tears. We are mourning. We are lamenting. We want this kingdom to go down tomorrow if it's possible. You know, but it's not. The prophecies have to come to pass. The RFID chip need to become mandatory. You know, certain people, it's hard, but certain people still have to die in this truth, because there's a group of people that are gonna die in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, things still need to be completed and need to come to pass. World War III, the nuclear missiles. You know, Jacob's trouble, martial law, famine of the word, which is about to come to this place. You know, times wherein you're not gonna see us in the highways and byways no more. Times wherein you are not gonna see us pushing this truth on YouTube no more. Those times are coming, man. So it says, they that sow in tears shall reap in joy. You know, and that's what Yahushua spoke about. Just a little while, and I will come back, and ye shall be in joy, man. Because that's when this kingdom is going to go down, and the new heavens and the new earth that we are looking for is going to be placed right here upon the earth, man. The kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushai for Israel, man. So this is the last scripture, Isaiah chapter 35, verse 10. And the ransomed of Yahweh shall return, and come to Zion with songs, and everlasting joy upon their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and singing shall flee, and sighing shall flee away. So the sorrow, the tears, the pain, the lamenting is gonna flee away, man. It's gonna flee away. It's gonna flee away, man. You know, that's what we're waiting for. And like it says here in John, you know, we are lamenting, we are weeping, you know, but the world shall rejoice. But like it said in Amos chapter 6 verse 1, that they are going to be in lamenting when the day of judgment comes, man. When we are going to rejoice, when Yahushua is going to come back. Because what's Yahushua going to tell them? I have not known you. Who are you? You're not of the truth. When my brothers was weeping, when my brothers was mourning, you was not mourning. You was rejoicing, man. Because you are of the world. You was careless for this truth. You was at ease. I have not known you. That's why I ask. That's why I point out the question to people that are watching this video. Are you rejoicing, or are you in a state of mourning right now? You know, because we really have to be in a state of mourning. We really have to what? Mourn, bemoan, long after. Remembering sorrowfully what? That Yahushua left us, and we still have to wait until he comes back. You know, to pine away, probably from, no, that's not it. To remember. You know. So mourn, man, mourn until this time of until the day of judgment comes upon the planet Earth, and you know, keep the faith until the end, man. You know, don't slack, don't lose faith. Keep on going and keep on pushing, man. So with that, I want to say, Kala Layam, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, Shalom to the elect.